Even before Bangladesh are gearing up for the World Cup, there has been a lot of mudslinging and criticism when it came to Tamim Iqbal's exclusion from the World Cup squad. Remember, Tamim Iqbal was battling a back injury, and because the drama that unfolded prior to this, when Tamim suddenly retired from all forms of cricket but then unretired himself 24 hours later, this followed a very peculiar pattern as to why is this going on. Now, Shakib Al Hasan, just before the team departs, has made a very stinging comment on Tamim Iqbal and calling him not a team player, and he's acting very childishly. Now, in this I will tell you why Shakib Al Hasan has criticized Tamim Iqbal and why Tamim Iqbal has suddenly decided that he will not be part of the World Cup squad because of the so-called dirty game, quote unquote, in Tamim Iqbal's words, that has been played by the BCB. So, the backdrop I will explain a bit later, but what did Shakib Al Hasan lash out at Tamim Iqbal for? Shakib Al Hasan said he called Tamim childish and not a team man. Tamim had alleged dirty game by BCB in World Cup squad selection. Now, what was the dirty game involved that Tamim is stating? And why has Shakib called him childish and not a team man? Because Tamim Iqbal, this is the backdrop. Tamim Iqbal, due to his back injury, and he had done decently well against New Zealand, one of the BCB top brass told him to bat slightly lower down the order. At that point, Tamim Iqbal flatly refused, because for close to 15 to 16 years, he has been batting only opening. He's not batted in any other position. Suddenly, why do they want to make the changes considering his fitness? That was one of the criterias. Because of your fitness, don't play in some of the games, bat lower down the order. That was the brief given to Tamim. But Tamim did not agree on that. And that is why Shakib has called him childish and not a team man, and he cited the examples of Rohit Sharma and MS Dhoni. Why? Because Shakib had stated that this behavior of Tamim Iqbal is totally childish. It is my bat, I will play, no one else can play. A player should bat at any position for the team first. Those were the clear words that Shakib Al Hasan stated. Team first, and a player should bat at any position. But here in the Bangladesh team, people are very content on their slots where they are. They don't want to make that adjustment. They don't want to make that other kind of adjustments for the team's sake. And that is what Shakib has criticized Tamim Iqbal for. He stated, learn from Rohit Sharma. Someone like Rohit Sharma built his career from number 7 to opener. What can you do with personal achievements? You are not thinking about the team at all. If you open, maybe if you want to score hundreds and 50s for fun, is that a personal achievement that you want, or if you want a team achievement to happen? If you score a personal milestone, but the team loses, what's the point? Adjustment is one thing that Rohit Sharma has done throughout his career. Starting, he was number 7, number 6. Then he made that jump to opening, and this whole decade, he has been brilliant at it. One of the best openers that India has ever had, and that's why Rohit Sharma learned the adjustment game. But so far in 15-16 years, it's not happened with Tamim. That's what Shakib has alleged. But then he quotes MS Dhoni also. MS Dhoni, if you remember, in 2012 and 13, he decided to say, okay, we cannot play with the senior players in the Indian cricket team because they are too slow in the field. And that 15 to 20 runs additional can be conceded. This slow comment did not go down well with the Indian team management at that time, and even with the senior players. But hindsight shows that Dhoni was very, very far into the future. He had visualized that fielding, top fielding, young fielders, that is the way going forward. MS Dhoni once said that the unfit player who's playing is cheating his team and country. He's used a very strong word here called cheating, because unfit player. Remember, Tamim is battling a back issue and he's not been playing consistently in and out of the team for a very, very long time. So, Tamim, with his injury and with his concerns, he's not ready to make that adjustment. Fitness issues, concessions been made. Is Shakib right in calling Tamim Iqbal a child and not a team man? Is he really like that? Because Tamim stated, if you are thinking like this, the proposition was that making him bat lower down the order, then don't send me, because I don't want to be part of this dirty game. Dirty game. That is the exact words that Tamim Iqbal has used. Because the proposition was, okay, we'll manage your thing, you don't play the opening game against Afghanistan, you then bat lower down the order, but Tamim flatly refused. Injury has been playing on his mind for a long time, and he had stated that how he had planned, how he had managed to ensure that I come back to full fitness, but all that just didn't work. So, there are schisms which he stated. I played a good innings after a while versus New Zealand and I was happy about it. But all of a sudden, these kinds of words were not something that I could take. So, even the prospect of trying to bat lower down the order for the team's sake, maybe it was not communicated in the right way, maybe there was a tinge of arrogance, maybe it wasn't said in a very proper manner. That hurt Tamim, and that's why he said, I'm not going to be part of it. So, in that way, this schism in the Bangladesh team just before the World Cup is the last thing that they want. Because remember, Bangladesh, even in the Asia Cup, they really struggled. They may have beaten India, but prior to that, they were soundly beaten in the other games as well. They just about scraped it to the Super Fours, but unfortunately, the same old story with Bangladesh not contributing in the big games. Shakib Al-Hasan may very well be the key, but what about the other support staff? Tamim, with this kind of situation, is a major distraction for Bangladesh ahead of the World Cup. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.